Welcome back to the Echoes of Culture, where you get all your entertainment and news globally and locally in Philadelphia. And you're going to hear from four incredible voices, my co-hosts, Mara D, Goody, and Bryce.
Hey everyone.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome
Yay.
back.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
What y'all been up to? Should I get into it?
Get into it. Just dive right in.
Child, listen. Just kidding. It's actually been a really good season for me. I'm not going to lie. Like, it was just my birthday. Gemini,
Yes.
shout out to y'all.
Happy birthday.
Gemini season just happened. Cancer season's already upon us. But I had a great time. It's really been low-key a challenging year. I'm not going to lie. But I feel like things are in blossom or in bloom, rather. I'm blossoming. But it's been good. Went to St. Martin, got a good tan,
Yes,
Can't complain.
did.
How about y'all? Marty?
It's been busy for me on the work front. So I'm excited summer's here. I have busy clients, but I'm still going to make time for fun.
Yes,
'cause
period.
I just feel like a new season is upon me, literally and kind of metaphysically. So I'm just excited for summer. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, so I've just been chilling. I am also a summer baby, so just soaking up this sun.
Yeah.
Doing a little traveling, but not too much. But yeah, just excited to be here today.
Sean, what you been up to?
So what I've been up to, been working, and I'm going back to school in September.
What?
Come on now. Come on, school.
Are
This is
you?
breaking news for all of
I am
us.
focused, and yeah, I'm focused on a lot. I'm doing a
Congratulations.
lot, and
Okay.
I am getting into politics. So I am now the block captain of my block.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Come on, block happen.
I just been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. though.
Now,
Good
can you
stuff.
help us with the strike? Okay, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. We'll come back to that. It's crazy.
It's a good story I got though. Monday, remember the storm that was here in Philly?
Mhm.
Yes.
Monday. So Pico, I'm gonna call you out, Pico.
Oh.
Pico had their trucks out there. What happened was the lightning struck the tree that hit the pole with the generator on there.
What?
So all electric went out. Pico had their trucks out there, and mysteriously they all disappeared. And what I got word is they all went up to Warminster. North Philly, Warminster, you get it. Okay. I made one phone call because I'm getting into politics. Made one phone call. That state representative did call Pico, and Pico came right
Oh, I
back out.
love it.
Yeah.
That's what they
So
should
the
be
power of
doing.
politics, that's why I love it.
Period, Pooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way to start off our corner stories, huh?
Yes, it is. What a great way to segue right
Yeah.
on in. So we're excited to launch a new segment called Corner Stories, where we're going to bring you local news from, Philadelphia happenings. So Sean, thank you for the Pico update. But let's get into this heat wave because it has been insane. The way the weather has been up and down and 100 degrees. I'm over it. But because it's been so hot, I've been enjoying water ice. Not being from the area, I only knew of Rita's.
Yeah.
Right.
So now that I've lived here a while, I've been enjoying trying new places. And there's a really good spot on Girard Street that I had recently, and wanted to shout them out really quick, called Philadelphia Tropical Treats. They have a cool spin. First of all, the flavor combos, next level. And then also they have some cute little touches or different touches that I've never had. So they put little pretzel sticks. So if you kind of sweet and savory,
Absolutely.
then yes.
That's a Philly staple. That's that combo.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
water
for
ice
sure.
with
It's so good, y'all.
Pretzels?
So shout out to
Pretzels.
them, Black-owned small business right here on Girard. So yeah, check them out. And then also, I work downtown, so I've also been going to Jenny's, getting some ice cream, because Jenny knew what she was doing, honey.
She really did.
That's a good ice cream. What about y'all? How are y'all staying cool right now?
I mean, if we're going to shout out other water ice places,
Yes.
you got to shout out the legendary Transilli's. I am obsessed with them. They've been around forever, but I mean, just growing up in Philadelphia, that was
I'll have to try.
you just knew it was summertime when you went with your grandmother to
Where
Transilli's.
at?
Uptown. What is the exact street? Hold on. It is on Belfield Avenue. And it really is in the intersection, I think, of Mount Airy, West Oak Lane area. So yeah, it's been around forever. All the locals know about it, but you should try it. If you want some real authentic water ice in Philadelphia, Transilli's is it.
Okay.
Just
Done.
saying.
What
But-
about you, Bryce? How are you staying cool?
I've been running at 4:00 in the morning to 80-degree weather, and it hasn't really helped with anything. So other than that, I've been staying in the house with my air condition, trying to not get sunburnt too bad. Shout out to Black Girl Sunblock. Use them. Other than that, just trying to stay cool as best as I can.
Period.
Honey,
I've
we
been
got to do
staying
our best.
cool. Like, I've been outside because at least I got to get out and talk to my neighbors and tell them what my plan is and pass out information that they probably didn't know. Even from the state representative giving me stuff, I give it to them so they can know what programs are in the neighborhood or just where to find money for anything in your house that a lot of people don't know. So that's all I've been doing. I've been outside and I'm getting a little darker.
It looks
You
good.
do look more tan now. Think about it.
love
We
it.
all got tan. but-
Everyone's melanin is
Yeah.
popping.
Yes,
Yeah,
love
I
it.
see that.
Beautiful.
I
Which
don't
I'm
like
not
It's serving
mad
you
at.
Black is beautiful in
I
all
don't
shades.
like
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, some other really exciting news was announced this week. And for the sports heads, Philadelphia is getting a WNBA team, y'all.
Finally,
I
love
like
it.
that.
Shout out to the
2030,
I like
the
that.
girlies
The
are about to
girlies.
pop off. Okay. And with that being said, the Inquirer did a little poll and they started to like look into social media platforms and see what people are saying. And Philadelphians have some ideas that are kind of cute that I wanted to talk about with you guys for names because we got to name this team.
We do.
Yeah. So can I share some of these with you guys?
Let's
Sure.
get into it.
All right. So the Philadelphia Revolution, which I guess would tie into history, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Historical setting.
Not a fan of that one as much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Philadelphia Freedom. Freedom,
Okay.
let freedom ring. I feel like that reminds me kind of Liberty, which is
Okay.
the New York Liberty. So I don't know. That
Right,
feels like
no.
too
It's
close.
giving
to that,
Harriet Tubman.
right? The Philadelphia Bells.
That's giving Pitch Perfect.
And I think
You
it's
know?
a little too girly, like
Yeah.
feminine,
Too clean.
too
Yeah.
feminine,
A little too girly.
Because like not everybody identifies
I don't
like
like that.
And then my personal favorite, the Philadelphia 70 Sisters.
Ooh.
Isn't that cute?
that
I
That
like
is actually
it.
mean,
I
it's a
like
little
it. I
close
love
to,
it.
like-
I love
It's
it.
a little too
It's
close.
a little tongue, but I'm sure that it won't land. They're not going to do
You
it. They're not going to
why
use it.
I would think that would work because the owner, other Sixers do own that team, and they're gonna be playing in the same arena. Why not call it?
Do you
Philly
think
Sisters.
branding wise though it could get confusing?
No,
70 Sisters, 76ers,
two different. Say it again.
76ers,
76ers,
76ers.
Two different things.
No, bro. The way that
It's a
I
little
can't pronounce my
close.
S's properly, I would mess that up
It's a
all the
little
way.
close.
So I
It's
don't
a
know.
little-
I mean, I think
It's
branding
cute,
wise,
though.
it could be cute because it's like their sister team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are
But
the city of brotherly love,
love,
and
sisterly affection.
Let's go.
Cutesy
Maybe a little
So it
tag
kind
on
of
it.
like has a play on that. I'm
yeah,
not
I'm not mad at
Do
it.
you guys have any ideas, like new names that you like thought about or would come up with
Mm.
to throw into the hat for
Mm.
consideration?
Mm-mm.
The
Mm.
Philadelphia Revolution.
That was already
That was already
We
one
already
of them.
did that?
Did you
I
not?
mean, I maybe I done missed it. Yes,
We didn't like that one.
we didn't like it.
We don't really
Sorry.
like that
How
one.
about, like-
it
like-
sounds like
Missed
we're
it.
gonna go to war.
Yeah.
And on the court, we should.
We should,
But
right.
I don't know. And also, yeah, I don't know.
I don't like that.
Revolution might not be the right to lean into that.
I don't know. Like, what if like
What?
what was Sanaa Lathan's team name?
In Love and Basketball.
That was supposed to be the fake Mystic. What was their name? I don't think so. Because it was the Mystic Colors, I think. Or, yeah, I feel like it was the Mystic Colors.
Let's just steal it from there.
Or no, the LA team. It was the LA
It
team,
was
not
the LA
DC.
team. It was the
What is the freaking
I
LA
don't
team's name?
know.
Anyway, that
have
was
to
what they
Google
were
it.
like.
It should be like
Plan.
like lady ballers or something. Something cute.
Something with lady, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Let's own it.
All right, all right.
Mhm.
Philadelphia Union. Did we already do that?
Is
Well,
that
that's
the soccer
our
team?
soccer team.
Oh yeah,
right?
it is too. Clearly, you can tell who
Somebody
doesn't watch
pay
sports.
attention to sports.
Clearly,
I didn't
Stay
pay
in my
attention to
lane.
sports. I knew that.
I
I'll stay in my
barely
lane.
do, and I did know about the union.
Child.
What about Liberty Bellas?
But funny enough, somebody kind of
That's
like
actually
had
cute.
put something like that in the on TikTok or Instagram.
I
or
like
something.
that,
Yeah.
Sean.
Liberty Bellas.
Yeah.
You're really
I
good.
think it was Bella.
Names.
Somebody said the Bellas.
Liberty
That's what it
Bellas.
was. So
The
instead of
Bellas.
the bells, it was the Bellas.
Yeah.
Which I didn't.
Belles.
I kind of think that's cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, you got a similar idea.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's probably the best one that we've put out
Yeah,
there.
that's
So
a good
Well,
one.
the team will not be here until 2030, so we have some time.
We have some time.
We have some time, but I just wanted to bring that, to everyone's attention. If you
That's
didn't hear, because it's
awesome.
really
Yeah.
cool, and
I'm
it's
glad
going
the
to
girls
bring
are
in.
getting a chance. Finally.
Yes.
Yeah, they deserve.
Yes, agreed.
They popping already. They got Facebook. They got Instagram. They got X. So they really on
The WNBA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they've been killing it the last year, so I heard like it's getting a lot of
It's
press.
gotten
I'm ready for the
so
fashion.
much-
Especially with Angel Reese and
Yes.
like
Yes.
that
Those
generation.
girls, Karen,
Clark,
Caitlin, thank
yeah,
you. Yes.
yeah.
I've definitely been paying way more attention than ever.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but I heard it's
Yeah.
going well. I don't
They
watch.
play real rough though.
Oh, are they? Well,
Oh, yeah.
good. Yes, they should.
Real rough.
Yeah, they should though.
Are they not supposed to because they're women? They're ladies?
Ooh.
Is that what?
If you look at the NBA, they don't play as rough, but they do foul. But when you watch the WNBA, they really like, they more aggressive.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I can't argue with you because I don't watch either, but
Yeah, we should go see
I
a
don't
Liberty
know.
game.
We should.
I'm ready for the fashions.
What
You're right.
fashions?
Oh,
When
like
they
what
come-
the uniforms are gonna
No,
look
when they come in for
When
the
they come
game.
in.
Yes, because they are literally doing like
Mhm.
the whole like catwalk almost. Like the
Yeah.
guys like, coming in their very best.
Yes.
Angel Reese, honey.
Reese be looking like she need a new
she
style.
I
needs some
just think
help?
she needs help with like
Yeah, she
heel,
need a new
like learning
stylist.
how to walk. I won't go that
No.
far. But I just feel like she does seem
She
like she's
needs-
not
She
as
looks cute in her
comfortable
podcast.
in high heels. But like when she's walking in, sometimes
Oh,
she
no.
kind of goes viral for that because
Oh,
she'll even say like, "Y'all know I struggle."
Sometimes you gotta lean
But
into the
she looks
joke.
great to me. But it's
At least
just,
she's
yeah.
trying. She's
She
still young
is,
too.
exactly.
She'll get it.
She has a lot more time to grow into her
She has
style.
enough
but-
money to get a stylist though.
She has one probably.
Yeah, I know Law Roach gave her some tips. One of our faves.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
well,
she
that's a
was
good
like
one.
happy for the like feedback and stuff.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's more of like a mechanic kind of like a.
Mhm.
You gotta like teach yourself how.
Yeah.
to
Yes.
Your
Yes.
body
Some
has to get
people
comfortable.
don't grab it like naturally.
No, right?
yeah.
Especially because she's in like ball, shorts and,
right.
and
Sporty girl.
yeah, sneakers all the time. Yeah, she's different.
Okay, well, to pivot to something that's not so exciting and fun, DC District Council 33 has gone on strike for the first time in 40 years, July 1 at midnight. They have a picket line downtown, and it's pretty serious. And I don't think that a lot of people know exactly like what this means, because I've heard a lot of people only mentioning that sanitation will be affected by this. But I want to share that 911 dispatchers also included, the water department, school crossing guards, libraries are closed. This is affecting the citywide. And they're asking for higher wages. They're apparently not making even a livable wage. They're required to live in the city. And we know all of like the new housing that's being, developed is not very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
So they're demanding, to have their wages increased so that they can afford the housing that is being built and so they can stay in the city and be able to commute to work easily. And I personally am standing in solidarity. Like, I did not put my trash out. I don't care what the directives were. I live in the city, so it's, a little different for me. But my trash day was supposed to be today, and I didn't put it out because I'm not going to do that. I will figure something else out, but they deserve whatever they're asking for. I think I heard that Mayor Parker gave an 8% raise, but it's over 4 years, so it's technically like 2%, and we all know that it's like taxes. Like, you're not going to see that in your paycheck.
Not at
Pennies.
all.
Yeah, so what are y'all's thoughts on this strike?
Well, first and foremost, if you need a place to dump, go ahead, Montgomery County, you can come to me. I have a
So
dumpster
they
to
have
use.
dumping sites that they've
They
sent
do,
to us,
but they're already
all
getting
full.
crowded. It looks
Yeah.
crazy.
When they showed them on the news yesterday, the dumpsters were overflowing already.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like we would go on strike in the summer, so you already know
The worst
of-
smells, the rat, the
Smells.
infestations of
Oh.
rat, maggots.
Maggots.
Flies.
They
Well,
said
that's
that last
maggots.
strike back in 1986 that you were referencing. Was it 86? Yes. It lasted 20 days.
It's
It's
July.
40
We don't have 20 days
Maybe
to
we
not
got
figure
3.
this out.
And the infestation was
most.
wild. They said rats were literally flooding the
45
city.
Oh,
But it was 45,000 tons of garbage.
Back
I'm
then.
gonna come
Back
stay
then.
with you.
No,
That's
yeah,
fine.
for real. Please go to Montgomery County. I mean,
Scared.
I'm sorry.
I don't do rats or mice or
No.
none of that. No rodents.
none.
No.
This is like crazy. I feel like there needs to be urgency behind this solution. And I've watched a few of the mayor's press conferences, and I just think that she should act a little more urgent around this.
I saw her
It's
making
going to be a
few
holiday weekend
comments,
too.
but-
So think of all the trash that's
Of
going to
course it's this
accumulate.
weekend.
Of course, right?
Especially
We're
with
coming
the,
up on July 4th. So
especially with the 911 dispatchers. Are we approaching a full moon soon? Because I used to work
We
in
are.
911. People act a little crazy when the full moon happens. And they already got cops filling in for dispatchers. And they
They
tell you
surely
it's
do.
remind me of the purge. Y'all be safe. Stay dangerous.
Oh my God, stop. Don't scare the people.
I'm just
scare
saying.
No,
Jesus.
that's
Oh
facts,
my
though.
God.
I'm just saying.
No, that's
That's
not
facts.
facts. You'll be all right. It'll be some rats though, for sure.
The
Some rats and
are
some
gonna
maggots.
attack.
We're going to be like New York City.
The rats gonna get together and attack
The
us all.
rats are going to be like the purge, like knocking on the door.
Yes.
I can't.
No, it really is
Y'all.
sad. It's really scary.
So please pray for the city
this
of
is day
Philadelphia,
2.
y'all.
This is day
Yeah.
2
Only.
only. So
And
can you
it's
imagine?
already getting bad.
Have
Yeah,
you
it's
watched the
already
mayor videos?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched a few of her press conferences. That's what I was saying around this. Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
Mhm.
I don't feel like she's being authentic in the videos.
Mhm.
Is
She was in her
seeing-
sanitation outfit or something.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're not being.
No, she literally had like a ball cap on. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
like, show some empathy in this moment, and it don't seem like she's showing that. It's stern face. Oh no, like what?
As a
Like-
publicist, how do you think she should approach it though?
It's so tricky because thank you. Like
You know?
it is like there's a strategy behind this. And I do know some of her communications team. And so I don't want to speak negatively about the work that they're doing. But I think you're right, Sean. I think there needs to be way more empathy in her delivery. Because these are people that are willing to lose pay to get more pay, which should tell everyone something. We're in a crazy economic times right now.
Yes.
And I don't think anybody's willing to just miss a paycheck. So if they're demanding, more higher paid wages, I think it's pretty serious. And I think that she needs to have more empathy around the whole situation. Also want to point out that the city is asking residents to take their trash, which we mentioned, but I'm like, that's not a solution. We pay taxes for sanitation workers to be able to service us. And, I'm not a sanitation worker. I don't want to put trash in my trunk. I don't want to put it in my back seat. Some people don't have vehicles to take the trash anywhere. What about the elderly who can't leave their house? The disabled. So I just think that she needs to have more empathy around like the whole Philadelphia community
Yep.
and not just think everybody has access to a vehicle.
Yeah.
It's really a shame because I feel like the city's lost trust ever since she misspelled Eagles back in
And
football.
did
And this is not making it any
that's
better.
not haunting her. I was
Child.
I was on all of the Inquirer, social media, Philly Mag, and people were in the comments flooding it with that meme of her spelling it E-G-L-E.
Can she spell sanitation? I don't know.
She had a rough time.
Don't test her.
She had a rough time.
And I hate
We can't.
I hate that she is under so much fire though, scrutiny, being that she's a black woman,
They
the
come to
first
the
black
job.
female mayor. But it's like, damn, she is really getting a hard.
Yeah. And
Like-
it doesn't help that she supposedly gave her entire executive team and herself
Raise.
a
Raise.
huge
She gave
raise.
herself a raise. She gave herself, I think they said an 8% increase.
It
8
was
or 9%
yeah,
increase.
it
I
was
don't
an
hate
extra
it.
$20,000 a year.
Yeah.
don't hate it.
yeah.
What are you saying over there?
That's tricky.
I said I don't hate it. I mean, if I was in a position, I might do the same thing.
Oh, give yourself a raise.
Oh, you terrible.
That's fair,
No, that's
Bryce.
not
But
fair.
I mean, for him to have that opinion, but I just think that if you're not going to take care of the people that you were running and saying, I'm going to do all these things for
Right.
you guys, I know what Philadelphia needs, and we're going to clean and green and all these initiatives. This isn't clean and green, honey.
It's true.
This is far from it.
Give me a
So
landfill.
again, y'all keep filling your prayers because there's just been so much going on in the city, and summer's already just like a time for things to pop off. So
Yeah.
we'll keep you posted on these strikes. Another thing that's happening in the Philadelphia community is SEPTA. SEPTA, Lord. Let's take a moment of silence for SEPTA.
It's a lot.
Because I don't know, SEPTA has been struggling with their budget, but I guess they're trying to make up for it because they are now charging people for failure to pay. So don't jump that turnstile because you might get charged. And apparently, thank you, Sean, the fine
is
$300.
How they gonna catch me?
The crackdown has begun because they have officers there on site, ready.
Yeah.
The data has been showing that the rule breakers are actually residents, workers, nurses, city employees. These aren't people who are not able to pay.
Tax-paying.
Some are tax-paying people. Some of them are saying like, oh my God, I forgot. Like my card today, not Metro, I'm from DC, but SEPTA card or whatever. Apparently there's 52 cases filed daily.
Oh my God.
Since this has been, announced that they're going to do this. And SEPTA said that they've been losing about $50 million a year because of people taking advantage of this system and not paying.
Well, also sometimes it's like their own fault that they're not getting paid properly. I'm going to just be honest with you.
Tell us
Someone
more.
that's an avid, I tend to ride the regional rail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have cracked down on it quite a bit in like recent years. But I will say when it's like really crowded on the train, okay, a lot has changed. So now I'm having to backtrack what I'm saying. But there are times when they don't even really come around in the train to collect the fare or to collect them. If like people don't necessarily have like a pass or like they didn't pay the ticket in advance or whatever, they're supposed to go around on the train and make sure you pay.
Oh.
And there's a lot of times where they don't.
Like Amtrak.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, Amtrak, you should already have your reservation. They'll scan it. But regional rail, there's still some, I believe.
Like you can still pay.
Still some lines where they will come and be like, okay, did you pay? No. Then
you can,
this is the amount that you have to pay. So let me charge you now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And they haven't really been doing that as much. But granted, and this is why I'm backtracking a little bit, because they put a system in place where now if you don't pay on the train, you have to pay before you leave, like as you get off of the train to even be able to get through the gate or the turnstile. Thank you. So they have been putting some protocol kind of in place so that like there are less offenders. But at the same time, for years, like when I'm thinking back to like 2018, 19, when I was taking it a lot, they weren't really on
Checking
top
like
of it.
that.
They weren't checking
Well, that's
it.
why they've lost $50 million.
And so that's really, I'm like, let's go
Talk
back.
about it.
That's why they've been
Let's talk
losing
about the
money.
history and the data of it all and who really is
Yeah.
the real offender. Because I feel like they put themselves in that position.
And
but maybe they're
it
trying
sounds
to
like. Well, now they're trying to
fix
recruit
it.
because
Right.
their budget hasn't been increased,
Right.
and they're struggling apparently. So they're trying to make it up through.
Well, it's going to be really bad this weekend, especially for the 4th of July, because when I tell you the amount of people that be jumping that dang on turnstile,
Yeah.
when it's crowds and crowds of people coming from the parkway, they're not trying to pay for nothing. They just going to jump that thing and just call it a day.
You better jump and run for your life.
And that's what I did
Period.
and have done several times. Sorry, am I telling myself, are they going to try to come for me now?
I mean,
You might have incriminated yourself.
just a little bit.
I mean, like, not like recently, you know what I mean? Like, this is like 20
This is years ago. This is
I
years
hear
ago.
that.
Well, quickly, I did go to this event with the governor. In his report, he did say in his first 2 years as governor, Shapiro administrator delivered over $380 million in new funding for roads and bridges. And people mouths drop and like, huh? Where did the money go?
It ain't in
Where?
the roads I'm
There's
living
I
and
ain't seen
driving
a road or
on.
bridge yet.
Because them
These
roads
dang
is
on
trash.
potholes
The
are still
potholes
terrible.
are craters.
Yes.
All throughout Broad Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to know where a lot of the money is being spent.
Since we're talking about spending, there's a lot of things people have been purchasing lately that's been on our vibe. So this segment, we're going to segue straight into What's the Vibe?
Yeah.
So first up, we got the verdict today on the Diddy trial. And I have a little graphic Let me get to it. All right. Sean Diddy Combs. Not even going to give you the background story because it's a lot to unpack. But first count for racketeering and conspiracy, not guilty. Second count, sex trafficking, not guilty. Third count, transportation to engage in prostitution, guilty. Fourth count, sex trafficking, not guilty. And the fifth count, transportation to engage in prostitution, guilty. How do we feel?
I have a lot of feelings. I think I'm still processing because this all did just come about today.
Literally.
But, you know, I think I was expecting for him to get those stronger, or not those stronger, but the
Rico.
the hard, yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? But like the Rico, the racketeering, he got the lesser than, as far as like the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're saying they're not as serious of charges essentially. Yeah. I felt like he would get more of that, but I guess there was just no evidence that they couldn't use against him to find.
I know.
But how come, to your point, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, it's like, what's the distinction betwing trafficking versus prostitution?
Yeah, transporting and trafficking to me is the same word, really, essentially. So I don't know. I posed that question to you guys earlier. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe because the prostitution is consensual versus the trafficking maybe not being.
No, but prostitution is still illegal.
It's still illegal, but the trafficking is worse because
you're going across state lines with it.
And it's non-consensual.
I'm not sure. And I think that you bringing this up to me ties into why I think maybe he wasn't charged on the charges that we, thought were a little bit, had more weight behind them. I don't think the jury really understood either. Like, just like we don't really get how these all fit into play.
What's the distinction?
I think that they had like several questions once they went into deliberation, like for clarity and stuff. So I think it's just was kind of a confusing case.
But the judge gave them a booklet, I think it was 60-some pages, of the law to go by when they making these decisions. So we don't know what's actually in that booklet, in those laws. So
good point.
Do I feel like they made the right decisions? Like on a RICO charge, they show no RICO nothing. Yes, that man had guns. That's not RICO.
But him, like, kind of putting the battery in his employees' backs to like get the drugs and get them to the hotel room and get the drugs to Miami versus LA versus New York. Like, that's not RICO. If you're using your business and your employees to do that.
I don't.
Even if they didn't push back on it, like, to me, he
didn't hold their hand. He didn't.
But he asked them to do it, and these are your work. Like, technically, like, the power dynamic is like, you're the boss. So if the boss is saying, I need you to pick up X, Y, and Z, I need you to get it to this location for me, and like, that's not RICO. That's what I'm genuinely don't know.
So this is the definition of racketeering and RICO, right? Racketeering can involve various illegal activities such as drug trafficking, sex trafficking, money laundering, and extortion. And anything that is fraudulent or illegal business scheme designed for profit. So if he's using these guns for
the profit part,
that if there's no
is that what it is? Because he
didn't profit off of
it. Wasn't about making money.
No,
because he was paying money.
Yeah, essentially it's the act of participating in a legal business scheme, often involving a pattern of criminal activity for financial gain.
So there we go. Maybe that's the loophole. He wasn't profiting off of the mess.
He wasn't profiting. They couldn't prove it anyway.
They couldn't prove it. I want to know, where's Christina Coram? Where's KK? Because she seemed to be right hand woman. Did the woman did she in Fiji with Love Island people? Like,
yeah, she's going.
I don't know.
Epstein Island somewhere. Going.
She's on somebody's island.
Going.
Because KK said.
Where's Bentley at?
Married.
I mean,
chilling.
I feel like he's been off the radar, but this KK, who was brought up several times throughout the case, I'm like, where is this woman?
We ain't finding her. She out.
I just knew they were gonna have her as a like witness.
Well, Jaguar right though.
Jag, come on the pod. Come on the pod,
She's
Jag.
very quiet right now.
Come on.
No,
Jaguar, where you at, girl?
She's actually
Oh, she
been
talking?
on YouTube interviewing people. Oh,
okay.
she's got a little platform now, honey.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
After
Now,
she,
Jag is
she got hit with that little lawsuit
Right.
from Sean. She had to,
That's why I thought she slowed down for a little
She
bit.
Right.
slowed
Yeah.
down,
Yeah, she
but
did.
she definitely
She
is
had to
back
switch
on the,
up.
She's
Right.
back on the radar with some stuff. I saw her on YouTube recently interviewing
That's
somebody.
hilarious.
And
One
look
of the
how Aubrey
one
did-
of the oh my gosh, I don't want to call them male sex workers, but you know what I mean. One of the people they hired,
Yes.
that Cassie, I think one of the gentlemen. She interviewed them.
Okay.
child.
Oh yeah, he's been on the press. Right?
He's been, you
Yeah.
know the one I'm talking
Yeah.
about. What was his name?
I can't
The
remember.
Punisher.
And that's what
Oh, yeah.
Cameron and them interview him.
Oh.
He's literally
Yeah.
been everywhere. And I think he has a book, so he's trying to promote.
Not
What
the book
about
tour.
Aubrey
He's on
O'Day?
a book tour.
What about Aubrey O'Day? Sit down. Like you come popping up for what?
I mean,
She
she never
has
had
a
a good
story. She
relationship
has
with
an
him. She's been
experience.
very vocal for a
She has
long
an
time.
experience. She's always said
She
it.
had a
She's
very
always
experience
said it.
No,
that
she-
goes way back.
Yeah,
And
she's been
she
talking more than most
always was like the one out of the Danity Kane
Yeah.
group
Yeah.
to vocalize like their mistreatment and things.
Yep, for sure.
So
Even like I had a personal opinion. Like if Cassie took money already, right, from Diddy,
explain took
What do you
money.
mean took money already?
so he
What's the
gave her
timeline?
money. He paid her.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
For
What was it?
wasn't she his
No, no,
recording
no.
artist?
The lawsuit that she put on him. He
Oh.
paid her.
Oh, paid her for that. Okay.
Right.
Tam ready.
20 million. 20 million.
Tam is ready.
So right, 20 million. Why? What I think hurt her when they put her on that stand and presented those text messages, such incriminating. She's talking about, oh, when can we do the freak off? When can we do this? You egging it on. So that's why I feel like some of the jurors made the decision too. Like you're implementing yourself into the freak offs. Yes.
So
if you
you're
paid
saying like she
attention,
was complacent.
Yes, and if y'all paid attention to the defense, y'all seen the text messages that she was sending him.
Right.
So what? I'm balanced. Yes, you was doing it because you loved the man. Yes, you was forced, but you still wanted to do it.
Well, she was complacent to an extent because they also don't share about when she tried to get out of it and then he beat her up on camera. So it's like you consent, but then also she doesn't deserve to get physically
And this
assaulted.
is the conversation
Right.
I think a lot of people are having right now. So I'm happy you did bring this up because it shows kind of a division that I think is kind of intergenerational even.
Mhm.
Because even speaking with, I'm not even going to call it my one family member that had kind of the same take as you, but I had to kind of remind them too that just because somebody may put themselves in a position, say, all right, Cassie want to be famous, or not even use Cassie, but somebody wants to be famous. They meet up with a casting director. They're in their living room. They, take a meeting. Just because they put themselves in that position to take that meeting does not mean they deserve to be abused, or it doesn't mean that they deserve to be sexually assaulted.
Right.
So I think the conversation around Cassie is really interesting because a lot of people are saying, well, because she at times consented, or because at times she put herself in that position, that means she's almost deserving of being abused. To me, that doesn't make sense. So I think I hear what y'all are saying. Like, yeah, she put herself in that position at times. Sure, she was complacent, but what he did to her in that hotel room, that's not okay.
Yeah,
Right.
that wasn't okay.
It's not okay for anybody to.
It's not
Absolutely
okay for no man to put their hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I stand on
Thank
that.
you for
Thank you for
I
that.
stand on that.
Okay,
Good.
thank
Yeah.
you for that.
So-
I also would like to point out that the text messages that you're referring to were like early on in their relationship. And I think Cassie was honest on the stand saying like, when we first got together, I was in love. I wanted to please my man. These were things he shared with me that he was into. And I was willing to do that. And I think that she just didn't realize that this was about to be her second job. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm not going to like say we
And
know
she was
what
how
her
old?
thought. She was like 21.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think we're all, a little seasoned up here. So I think we can remember being 21 and not just a 21-year-old woman, but one who wants to embark on a career that's a very hard career to be in as a recording artist. And this man signed her to a 10-album deal. So her hands are tied. She's in this relationship. She's battling between like, I love this man. He's my man. I want to please him, but I also don't want to lose my career. And I know some people are like, well, she just should have just found another, label. It doesn't work that way. When you sign a contract, you are binded and you got to go through court systems and all the things to get out of that. Mm-hmm. And we're not just talking a regular, Joe Schmo recording artist like nobody. This is Diddy.
That's a great point. Mm-hmm. You can't just walk away. A lot of people are like, well, why didn't she walk away?
It doesn't work that way.
She's contractually binded.
She is binded financially, and also with somebody who is so connected. So even if, let's say, he was like, all right, you can get out the deal. You don't think this man's making phone calls to every label? Like, if y'all work with her, I will never work with you.
Yes.
That's how the game is played. Mm-hmm. You're in the industry.
Money is power.
Sean. So what are your thoughts?
I even go back when she was with Ryan Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She should have stayed there.
Agreed.
Right.
Because they were making good music.
She should have stayed there.
That was the best. That was the producer she needed to stay up under, honey.
But then she seen Diddy. Bad Boy was on fire.
They were.
Oh, let me jump over here. Let me leave Ryan Leslie alone.
But was she not pursued by Sean?
And is that not
Puffy?
What most people do in the industry?
Like,
that's what most
looking
people
for
do
opportunities.
in the industry. And
right.
I want to say this: if you have a God-given gift, stand on that. Meaning, stand on that work to get where you know you need to be. Don't take the easy road in this.
Was Diddy the easy road? I don't think people even think of Diddy as the easy road. I think people think of, oh, that's Bad Boy. He has this conglomerate under him that has seen quite the success. We've seen him on TV literally making people go from Manhattan to Brooklyn to get a cheesecake.
Sure did.
So it's like the work ethic in which he has instilled in Bad Boy and in his artists, yes. And even just the brand of Diddy and Bad Boy. I don't think of that as taking the easy way. I think that's very much so like her saying, okay, this is going to be the outlet to get me to where I need to go, because he is Diddy. He's Diddy. So that's interesting. It's an interesting take, because I don't really think that's why would you say that that's the easy way? Because
she knew what he could do. But in that moment, she had a single out that was doing good with Ryan Leslie. Ride that. Keep working.
Ryan had a deal under Bad Boy. That's how she got with Bad Boy.
Right, but she was his artist.
Right.
Not Bad Boy.
Understood, artist. But she was already under the label technically.
So why not work directly with Diddy? Like, that would be my thought process.
He's the one that came in with the like, hey, I can support what y'all are doing. I got, Bad Boy. I'm Bad Boy. I can help you.
Deeper, if y'all can remember back when all this was happening, Ryan Leslie lost his
computer. Yes, he sure did.
Right.
Did he lose it?
Did he lose
was
it?
He silenced? Was he silent or was he silenced?
Yeah.
That one.
Which one was it?
But it's a sad situation for all parties that's been involved with this. But also you have a man who came out and said he apologized for things like that. And what I hate about
who is this?
Puff did do a video, and
the video that
was a really bad
that he didn't PR really apologize to anybody.
I felt like it was.
You thought it was genuine?
Yeah.
The one he did after the allegations came out, not before.
Sean, really? Oh wow!
It is sad.
Okay,
but he represents a lot of people.
I know. Oh, I know. And I,
are diehard fans of Diddy and think that Diddy,
or just see things in a different
way that we do.
Light,
that's okay, I guess.
It's almost like how they drown out these corporations drown out Chris Brown for what he did. Mm-hmm. He doesn't apologize. He did sit downs with freaking who? Oprah or
Robin
Roberts, like, but y'all still holding the flame to this boy's feet. Now, Diddy said what he said. The video, is he a changed man? I'm quite sure. Even with Young Miami saying what she said, she didn't never experience none of the stuff that they talking about.
That don't mean
She
he didn't
trying to
do
get the
it.
money.
Right. I feel like
it's on the
he
game.
didn't share that, but that doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed
And that
doors.
doesn't mean he still didn't
And
do it
there's
to one
also
woman.
overlap with the Jane Doe and Young Miami dealing with him at the same time. And we know what her experience was. So I don't think the man was changed. I just think he knows who to victimize and who not.
That part.
Clock that.
And if he does it
That
to one
part.
woman, then that's more than enough. He needs to not hit on any women.
period.
So I don't
That
care if
part.
one woman says it didn't happen to her. Well,
Thank
guess what
you.
happened to this woman?
If he didn't do anything after Cassie, the man still deserves to
It's
go
like,
to
oh,
jail.
it's not that bad because he didn't do it to every woman. What? He still did it to one woman.
Yeah.
So it's
Do
a
I
little
think he
background
need
noise.
to go to jail? Sure.
Okay,
You
good.
do.
But also, we got to look at it.
Because I didn't get that impression.
The things that we saw on this case, there's people actually doing this in a personal lives.
Absolutely.
freak offs,
Yeah.
orgy parties,
It's probably
all that.
an industry like norm.
Yes.
That isn't against
That's
the
not
law.
the issue, though.
That's
Freak
not
offs
the
aren't
issue.
the
That's not the
issue.
issue.
Like,
Sexuality-
being a
sexuality
freak
is not
is
the
not
issue.
the
I don't care what you do
anybody
behind your closed
cares
doors.
about
I don't
that.
care.
Yeah.
It's the
Like, do
abuse.
your thing. Be a freak. Freak
It's
off.
the abuse.
Freaking slip and slide
And he
on
never
the
distributed the drugs.
baby oil. I don't
He
care.
didn't distribute the drugs.
I can't
He just had the
confirm nor
drugs for
deny
his
that.
personal use.
All right.
Sure.
Well,
Moving on.
Well, yeah.
Well, for time, we're gonna skip a little bit. We have the upcoming Brandy and Monica, the Boys Mind tour,
Let's go.
which
Very exciting.
I'm personally excited for. I don't even do concerts,
So
but
excited.
my cousin
You
said that she's
don't,
gonna.
and you-
No,
You're going?
my cousin said she's gonna buy me a ticket for Atlantic City. So I'm excited.
I'm
want to go.
I'm thinking about going to
with
the
you.
AC. I'm planning to go with friends already, but like that, I think that's. I was gonna include you.
Oh.
Yeah. No tickets have been purchased.
Not the personal.
But I
visa.
do think.
That's all right.
That's
They don't
crazy.
got to include me. I'm
Eh,
going to the show in
nobody-
Atlanta.
Oh.
See, he was
Yeah.
already going. It's
Oh,
all right.
you already going anyway.
Nobody was not gonna.
I had no
include me. It
plans.
hadn't been.
Nobody was
and
included.
no one was invited yet.
Oh, okay. Well, now we got that all uncovered on
But
camera.
anyway, excited about the tour.
I'm
I think
personally
it's excited because when you growing up and you see these two ladies from teen artists to women, right? But the
Yes.
teens, it was so much. They was pitting
Clashing.
them against each
Mhm.
other.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Monica smacked or punched Brandy.
definitely
We know
punched her.
that.
She punched her.
She definitely did. It was proven
At the
right.
Grammys.
Woo,
But it's good to see
Brandy.
that these two young ladies that became women
Mm.
can sit down to iron out their differences to get to that bag.
Yes.
But they
deserve
also
that.
did something for the culture. We love Brandy as we love Monica. Why
Yeah.
not see them together?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
the culture is still waiting for a Destiny Child reunion.
Sure are. Oh
Facts.
my goodness.
In all facets.
We are waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are waiting on that.
So
We're
this
waiting on
tour
that.
right here,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
This really does seem like the season of reunions too. Like this is the perfect
does.
time. I mean,
So many.
B2K, they just kind of put
Did
their
the
stuff
BET
aside and they
tour.
said that they're going to finally
Oh, did they?
tour. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So,
okay.
I'm really excited about that.
I'm
but
sure.
back to Brandy and Monica. I mean, to
Yes.
cut y'all off, but yeah, that would be a good time
I'm
for
so
Destiny Child to come back.
excited for this. And Kelly Rowland is opening. What do we think of that? An opener?
we
She
love
an
Kelly.
opener?
I do think that's weird for her to open. I'm not gonna
How
lie.
mad
I don't know why.
It was like a random choice, you know?
I mean, I feel like if they're gonna be like thematic about it, like they should probably keep it 90s and like have. I mean, she is the 90s. I don't think of her as like a 90s girly, unfortunately.
You
Well,
don't think of Kelly as? Because
No,
you're young.
really?
Yeah, because I grew up with Destiny's Child, so to me, it's like it makes
It makes sense.
Right.
Okay.
ish, but
Yeah.
I'm like trying to be like Kelly isn't like I feel like Kelly, you know, is internationally known. So it's like to open, I don't know. I just feel like why couldn't it just be a tour, The Boy's Mind, and it's I don't know. Is that a branding thing?
And then Money Long is really throwing it off for me, honestly.
Right.
She's just happy
it's
to be
R&B
there.
Though.
It's R&B, but she's
It's
like
R&B.
a new girly.
Yeah.
Who would be the
Yeah.
ideal?
Yeah, I was trying to think of that.
Opener.
Who would be the ideal opener for a Brandy Monica?
So this is the lineup. You got Jamal.
I feel like
who just won
Monetha. Do y'all remember
American Idol,
Monetha?
right?
Oh,
Why he even on it?
Who?
I feel,
Jamal,
Sorry,
American Idol.
That
I don't
just
know
won
him.
American Idol.
I don't
I
know
feel
him.
like they putting this boy everywhere because it's not catching.
That doesn't feel like a fit at all
Not-
for him
not
to be
at
on
all.
this
Why
tour.
are
I don't even
you
know
on
that
this
man.
tour?
I don't
But
know that
sorry to that man.
He's
Sorry
gonna
to-
go first.
I don't know him.
I don't
He's
know
gonna
him.
go first. Money Long gonna go.
And then Kelly, and
then
then
Brandy and Monica.
And
That's
how do
too
you think
much.
Brandy and Monica will do this? Because
They did say they were
Honey.
going.
They're gonna switch off.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Okay.
But they didn't want
like
to give too
Escape
much.
and SWNBA.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to give too much.
Yeah, there's
fair.
not a headliner. It's
There's no
just-
headliners. Got it.
Yeah.
They're
Okay,
both the
that's
headliner.
fair. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Someone said Tamia.
So who y'all think should have been on the
See
tour?
it, Tamia.
Tamia.
Tamia's a good one.
Did Tamia shuffle in the beginning?
I
Get a
feel like
little warmed up.
Tamia's a good one. Yeah.
She got some bangers though. She's very slept on.
90 girlies that were.
Maya.
What about Maya? Thank you, Maya.
Maya.
Maya makes
deserves.
sense.
Maya, you
Maya.
did your
Maya
big one
makes
on the
sense.
BET Awards, girl. Remind
Yes.
Bring
everyone
back
that you
Maya.
are that girl.
She thick.
Still
Thick,
can
thick
dance.
looks
Looks
good.
amazing.
Vocals hitting.
The song still
Dancing her
slaps.
Dancing
butt off
still
still.
fire.
That's who should have been Maya.
It should have been Maya.
Give Maya her flowers.
No, that would have
I'm
been
glad
a
we thought of that at the same
solid.
time.
I know, right? That's so
Maya,
crazy.
That's who it is.
I would
But-
put Keisha Cole on there.
She's doing her own tour 20th anniversary right now.
She don't need to be on there.
Oh, she
No,
did.
she-
I know I'm
just
singing
not.
so.
But I don't
Keep
feel.
her,
Yeah.
But
keep her in
that's still not the
2006.
same
She don't need to be on there.
generation.
And it's not the same generation.
Not at all.
2006.
No.
No, we're talking
No.
90s girlies.
Her squealing,
So
singing
give it
love.
to Maya.
702.
Maya.
They lost.
Maya.
They lost 2 members.
Not a
Just
group.
2
It would
left.
need to be one
Yeah,
person.
They
Well, no,
missed-
they were twins. They
they
both
missed,
died.
right? Both.
Oh
both
yeah,
have
one
passed
recently
on.
passed in the last couple of years.
But
Irish and Irish, that one.
passed in the last
Yeah.
couple of years.
Mhm.
Yeah, sad. Because I love them, but I think like I don't know if they're ready for a tour. Like they seemed like they kind of needed to like work on some things.
Mm.
Maya's ready. Put her on the stage.
Maya's
Put-
ready.
Real
She's been
dope.
touring nonstop.
Nope, they're not together either.
No.
But I know we're not supposed to like pit them against each other. But who are you most excited to see, Brandy or Monica? For me, it's Brandy. Everyone knows me that knows me knows. I love Brandy. She was my all-time favorite. I had all the Barbies when I was a kid. My first album was Never Say Never. Am I aging myself? I am very young, huh?
Oh, you're fine.
But that's cute.
Cinderella, like to this day, I'm
Yes,
still
obsessed.
constantly watching. So I'm
I
excited.
think-
I'm excited for Brandy.
Brandy's vocals alone, 10 out of 10.
Every
The
time.
drama of her life, amazing. Love for a chaotic queen. The family drama, love that too. She looks amazing. Just everything. She's just an icon, and I feel like she's very underrated. I feel like she doesn't really get her roses a lot of times, but she is a strong. The vocals are there.
They are.
Hands down.
Yeah,
Hands down.
I would say for me, Brandy too. And I've seen Brandy
The
before.
vocal Bible.
But that woman, yeah, vocals are top
And then
tier.
it's just like she's an entertainer. She's
Yes.
dancing too.
But I've never seen Monica, so I am very
I
We love a
have.
Gunica. We love
I
a
have seen
Gunica.
Monica.
Yes.
We love Gunica.
We
Hi,
love
Monica,
Gunica.
but it's just I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I have an era of Monica that I
Yes.
loved, which was when I was in
Right.
college with the like kick down your door and smack your
Yep.
That's the Monica I like, the Gunica, I guess.
Yes, we love
Of it all.
Mhm.
But I like feel like I grew up with Brandy and
Yes.
that. Like you said, the movies. I mean, she was in like freaking
I know she did last summer, which is
summer.
she has another one coming out. They have another one.
We
She's
were
in it.
hyped when that came out.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
she just was such a part of my adolescence. So I really love me some Brandy.
Yes.
What about you?
I love Brandy. Never Say Never album, but I will always go back to her first album.
Yes, same,
She
same.
has some classic
Um,
B-side records on
She
there.
does.
Man, yeah,
Yeah.
Brandy. And she does get her flowers. A lot of the female artists.
Oh, yeah,
you
today.
I
mentioned,
feel like industry
Yeah.
people
Industry
love her.
people
Yeah.
love her.
But
the
it doesn't
masses-
seem like the hype is
Hype,
there with,
yeah.
Yeah.
consumers as
I
much.
could-
If
I could
you're a
just
singer,
listen
you
to
know.
Angel in Disguise one good
Over
time.
and over.
Child, Have You Ever was my
Her
first
and Dark Child
song.
need to give
Oh,
us
yo.
more.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's the producer, just like we were saying, Cassie should have never not worked with Ryan Leslie.
Yup.
Like, stop working with him.
Dark
That's how I
Child
feel
was it for
about
her.
Brandy
Yeah.
and Dark Child.
I was
That's her. That's who she
Literally
was
8 years
doing.
old, first talent show ever, and saying "Have You Ever?" What did I know about? Love
I'm
Child?
gonna ask your mom, was it recorded so we can see it?
It
would
probably
love to
is
see
somewhere.
it.
Terry probably has it somewhere.
Come on, Terry.
Or my
Oh,
dad.
you gotta share
Yeah.
that.
You have the braids?
Yeah,
You
I
had the
didn't
braids?
have the braids, but I know I was like sitting on the little stool. There was like mood lighting.
You have to find this.
Yeah, and then I think the next year I did sitting up in my room or something like
Oh,
that.
come on.
Another
I did like a
Bob.
whole
Bob.
Brandy,
Catalog.
Yes.
catalog.
I love when she works with Babyface too.
You heard
So
what
Yeah.
you said about her? She did that song in one
yes,
take.
in one take.
What?
That is insane.
She did.
Yup.
That's
One
awesome.
A
take.
talent.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Now, last
So
topic.
talented.
Yes.
Speaking of talent, everyone has been watching Love Island USA this season.
Where's the talent there?
Well, respectfully,
Don't
they're on
be
TV.
Islanders like that.
They're on TV, so they got a little talent to get through the casting process. We love to see it. But it's all the wave, and I just
Diddy, said
personally,
the same thing. Like what?
How was that a segue?
can't.
I'm listening.
Tell it where.
But personally, I just love reality TV in general, and I love the science behind it. The fact that we take these 20-something-year-old social media gurus and throw them on an island
They're in
where
Fiji, too.
we vote for things for them. People get voted out. Is the love genuine? If it's not, it just seems like mess on mess. And you obviously know I love the mess on TV. So what are your opinions on it?
Well, I feel like I'm one of the only people who is like a diehard Love Islander watcher. I'm loving this season. I mean, I will say they do pull me in and out because I be pissed some days. Like, just really upset about the episode and like, I'm not watching anymore. And then they reel me back in. I also enjoy it, like Bryce mentioned, just for like the like kind of in intersection of like dating and like Gen Z. I feel like they're crazy, that generation. I feel like, especially this season, it seems like they're very scared to close off, which is basically when you decide like you're not going to date anyone else in the villa. And that usually happens like pretty seamlessly on past seasons. This season, most of them are still open. We got 2 weeks left, guys. I need you to figure out who you want to be with, okay? I'm looking at y'all in the camera because I need y'all to figure out who your couples are because we're voting y'all out, okay? We don't got time for y'all to play around. It's coming off like you just want screen time and you're not there to even like try to find love. So get it together. I'm still watching, but it's been good. And I just have been enjoying like watching how they date because it seems like they're scared to be committed. And it's not even like really boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
So y'all can't close off in these settings where you have nothing. You're on an island enjoying each other. Just close off.
Because money's involved.
Yeah. And
Money.
they're all seeming to be playing like they want to win that 100K, which wasn't so obvious in past seasons.
Right. Right. That's what
I
happens.
really want you guys to start watching.
So the thing is, I watch it just passively.
You
so
do? Because wait, I was watching with you with your husband.
if I have friends over, we'll watch it. They'll like translate everything to me because I just honestly feel like I don't have
Taylor
the attention
and I were into it.
span.
It
My
was-
bestie, Tam or Smarty,
Love
and a few other friends like are really kind of helping me through it because I just can't sit. I can't sit there for an hour and 15 plus.
I know.
And they just playing games and they just doing
just
nothing
making
and just
out.
making out and just being nasty. Like, I don't know. I just maybe, I don't know. I think there's just a disconnect for some reason for me. And I don't feel like I'm that old. I know I'm not that old. I'm the youngest
No.
one here.
You're
But
not
the
old.
Gen Zers are definitely
But
different.
They're so different.
They're just different. I just
Yeah.
don't.
I'm like trying to
I
wrap
don't
my
know.
brain around like, okay.
Yeah.
So y'all just like want to just be able to do everything with everybody.
And it's
else?
taking me out the way they'd be like, oh, do you like oldies? Oh, yeah, like 2005. Like, it's like, that's wild.
That is
That is
so
wild.
wild.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not oldies is
In
2005.
Yes. They're like, oh, you like oldies? Oh, yeah,
Wow.
me too. Like 2000s music. Oh, yeah, y'all didn't see that?
Oh.
Yeah, that's when I was like, I
probably
don't
did
know
and
if I'm
just
the
was like, oh,
right
gosh.
audience for this.
What? Let me.
And my last take on it is what I love about Love Island USA in comparison to Love Island UK, where I feel like they've learned their mistakes, is that when it comes to casting the Black women, we have a full range
Yes.
of skin
Gorgeous
complexions.
too.
Because typically on the UK
Beautiful.
version, the Black women don't make it past the second episode.
Yeah.
And they're the most least desirable. But here, the Black women get some play, and I love
Not
it.
just play, they win.
They be winning.
One of my
We be-
favorite
Come on.
couples was Cordell and Serena last.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
think PPG kind of helped them out with kind of not helping them out, but did it kind of set the tone as far as like casting goes for future seasons? The PPG girls, right? Am I saying that
Probably
right?
so. I mean, they went from
yeah,
a different
I think
network.
last season
'Cause there was
made
a lot of
put it
diversity
in a
then.
whole different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They went to a different network too, so that
Yeah,
probably
Yeah, like and they're getting so many brand deals right
Yeah,
now.
the brand deals are coming in. Even if like you're watching on Peacock streaming it there, like all the commercials are like Love Islanders, like getting to be on the platform and promoting products. Like I love it.
Even subtle. If you watch earlier seasons, the Black women weren't allowed to wear braids.
right.
Very subtle.
Very
subtle changes.
And now the girlies are with their little deep
Goddess locks
goddess
and
locks,
braids.
boho.
It's the
Whole
networks.
braids.
Looking
It's the networks
so
that
good.
want those little
I
subtle.
love the black.
Because like you're on an island, why can't you have
Representation.
braids?
Yeah.
Because the wigs in the first 3 seasons
Were
were
a hot
crazy.
mess.
Respectfully,
It was
Crazy.
hard. It was
Respectfully.
hard. It was a hard no for me. And I
First
was
season of
thinking,
US
first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
of US.
And as a black woman, like I definitely question, like, why are these girls on here with wigs?
Because they won't let them have braids.
Hot as heck.
And even
trying
the
to
men.
get the glue to like stay down. It was a lot.
Even the men, the shape ups are looking crazy. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what is going on here?
No, they look good this season, honey.
Yes.
They
Ooh.
probably got some hairdressers, some barbers.
They-
Oh,
it's
And then
boy.
also the criteria gotta be you gotta have abs and
And
a
you
big
gotta have
booty
your
because child,
ass out.
literally all the
day.
time.
The girlies just be walking around with the thong
I
on
could never
all
be on that
day.
Mm,
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me.
listen.
But they look good. look
They really have
good.
no bad angle, and I love that for
None.
them.
I'm like, wow, I love that for you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
meanwhile,
I'm
let me sit up
excited.
straight as we speak. Get my good angle
But
right
yeah,
now.
that's all we have with the what's the vibe?
That was a good vibe.
Awesome. That was an awesome vibe.
Yeah.
Well, y'all,
So much to talk about.
there was a lot to talk about. We thank you so much for your patience. We know that we were gone for quite some time, but don't worry, we will be back very, very soon. You may actually see this exact same outfit in the next episode. But with that said, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.